ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् महागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामविद्रियवतु वाग्देव्यै नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Let us take in Shiva, Shakti through 5 deep breaths. Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, Shiva, Shakti, कलंक कस्तूरी रजनीकर बिंबं जलमयम्
रजनिकरबिम्बं जलमयम्
कलाभिः कर्पूरैः
कलाभिः कर्पूरैः
मरकतकरण्डं निबिडितम्
मरकतकरण्डं निबिडितम्
अतस्त्वद्भोगेन
अतस्त्वद्भोगेन
प्रतिदिनमिदं रिक्तकुहरम्
प्रतिदिनमिदं रिक्तकुहरम्
विधिर्भूयो भूयो
विधिर्भूयो भूयो
निबिडयति नूनं तव कृते
निबिडयति नूनं तव कृते
कलङ्कः कस्तूरी रजनीकरबिम्बं जलमयम् कलाभिः कर्पूरैः मरकतकरण्डं निबिडितम् अतस्त्वद्भोगेन प्रतिदिनमिदं रिक्तकुहरम् विधिर्भूयो भूयो निबिडयति नूनं तव कृते. Kalanka Kasturi. The dark mark is the musk, Kasturi. Rajanikara Bimbam on moon. Jalamayam watery. Kalabih Karpuraihi with pieces of camphor. Marakata Karandam an emerald cup. Nibiditam filled to the brim. Atastvad bhogena by you using it every day. Pratidinam idam rikta kuharam. This becomes empty. Vidhir bhuyo bhuyo Brahma again and again nibidayati fills it up. Nunam certainly tava krite for your sake. So here Shankaracharya is describing what is happening within him as though it is happening in the world. It is happening in the universe. When he's looking at the moon, he sees the dark marks which look like kasturi. And the projections on the moon, the white projections, they look like the pieces of camphor, the karpura. And the whole moon is like the cup, a disc. The two, it is emerald disc filled with karpura and the kasturi mixed together in the water, which is serving Devi as the toiletry water perfume so that she can use it every day, which she is doing. And because of which it goes into emptiness. That is when Chandra goes into that new moon day. And not only that, every day, again and again, he won't wait for 15 days to make it full again during the Purnima, but every day. How? At night, she is using it. By morning, he would again fill it in. So, Devi's oneness with nature, Devi's oneness with universe is so well established. It is up to us to experience her presence in day-to-day life all around us. Here, it is the description of how that Kundalini Shakti, Devi as Kundalini Shakti, is moving upward towards Sahasrara. So, below the Manipura, the waist, down is called Shakti Kuta, and that belongs to the domain of Agni. From there, she has picked up the consciousness, her energy, and she has come all the way to Madhya Kuta or Kamakala Kuta, where it is the domain of Surya, the sun. Taking the energy from there and the consciousness, she's moving still up towards the Chandra Mandala, which is the domain of the moon, which is Vagbhava Kuta. As Kundalini keeps going up, she's taking that energy from all this and it is concentrating totally, even beyond all these three, Agni, Surya, and Chandra, and she has gone into Sahasrara. And that is the new moon day where she is united with Shiva and she has gone into the slumber there. So the sadhaka will be in that samadhi sthiti. Once she is rejuvenated, again she becomes Shodashi, and thus, like Purnima, she blossoms and takes back her work to come back along with Shiva being Shodashi. So in Lalita Sahasranam also we come across Chandramandala Madhyaga and then Bhanumandala Madhyaga. So during new moon day, she will be in the Bhanumandala Madhyaga. She is in the center of the orbit of the sun. During Purnima, she will be Chandramandala Madhyaga. She will be in the center of the orbit of Chandra. So thus she makes her presence throughout the year in the universe as well as in the individual body. Pratidinam, every day. Dina is possible because there is night. Because it is emptied, the work of filling it is there for Brahma. So it goes in cycle. And Agni, Surya, and Chandra or Soma, all these three are helping Devi for the amalgamation of the matter and the spirit. So, as the sadhaka goes beyond the hold of all the three, that means Shakti has drawn back the energy from these three holds and it has gone into Sahasrara. That is where she has gone into the totally quiet period where she is in union with Shiva, and only after rejuvenating she gets back her Shodashi status, and thus she comes back as a fully blossomed bride. That we have already studied when we were talking about the 6 chakras. And mandala for this is Devi in her mansion, phala, gratification of desires, fame, and it clears off misunderstandings, blames, and public scandals. पुरारातेरन्तः
पुरारातिरन्तः
पुरमसि ततः त्वच्चरणयोः
पुरमसि ततस्त्वच्चरणयोः
सपर्या मर्यादा
सपर्या मर्यादा
सरलकरणानामसुलभा
सरलकरणानामसुलभा
तथा ह्येते नीताः
तथा हीति नीताः
शतमखमुखा सिद्धिमतुलाम्
शतमखमुखा सिद्धिमतुलाम्
तव द्वारोपान्त
तव द्वारोपान्त
स्थितिभिरणिमाध्याभिरमरा
स्थितिभिरणिमाद्याभिरमराः
पुरारातेरन्तः पुरमसि ततः त्वच्चरणयोः सपर्या मर्यादा तरलकरणानामसुलभा तथा ह्येते नीताः शतमखमुखा सिद्धिमतुलाम् तव द्वारोपान्तस्थितिभिरणिमाद्याभिरमरा. Purarate in Tripurantakas Anthapuramasi, being in the innermost chamber. Tata, hence, Tvacharanayoho, your feet, Saparya Maryada, the privilege of worshipping your feet, Taralakarananam, for the fickle-minded ones, unsteady in sensory faculties and the mind. Asulabha is not easy and it is not possible. Asulabha. Tatha hyete, in spite, even then justifiable, Nitaha attained, Shatamakha Mukhaha, the chief of gods like Indra. Indra is called Shatamakha Mukha because he performed the most difficult yaga, which is Ashwamedha Yaga, the 200 times. So he has earned that amount of punya. Shatamakha Mukhaha Siddhimatulam, and he has also acquired unparalleled supernatural powers and success. Tava, your Dwaropantas Titibhi, who are kept at gates by the gatekeepers. Who are they? Animadyabhiramaraha, the deities like Anima and other psychic powers. So it is a very, very strong instruction, advice given by Shankaracharya to all sadhakas and the devotees, taking the example of none other than Devas like Indra, who is the king of heaven, king of all the Devatas. So, what is the summary? O Devi, you are in the innermost chamber of Shiva's palace, because of which it is not at all possible for people who are very weak, fickle-minded, ones who don't have the strong control on sensory organs and their mind, like Indra, who has so many unparalleled siddhis, success, like he has accomplished by doing hundreds of Ashwamedha Yaga. He is also kept away, or he is stopped at the gates, the outermost gates, by the gatekeepers like Anima, Mahima, Siddhis, and other yoginis, other devatas. So at the most, they are at the outermost gate of the chamber in which you have gone deep inside to be with Shiva. So what can we understand? We can understand this mantra in 3 layers. Firstly, the literal meaning. Even Indra's, devatas like Indra, cannot have the fortune of worshipping the holy feet of Devi, because she is in the innermost chamber of Shiva. So that is one. Secondly, when we take Sri Chakra, you can see in the Khadgamala Stotra how all the siddhis are in the Bhupura, in that square, the outermost Avarana, Bhupura. In that itself, those siddhis are keeping these Indra and other Tarana who have the fickle mind or who are easily distracted. They are engaging all these kind of people by showing them the desire of cities. So they are engaged so heavily that they are spending their whole time in appeasing these babies who will take care of giving the siddhi. So where is the chance for them even to remember to go deep into the innermost chamber, that is the Bindu, in the center where Shivati are residing, in the centermost triangle, Bindu. So they are so satisfied being around the outermost Bhupura and engaged by the gatekeepers like Anima, Mahima, Garima, all those siddhis. So they will never have the chance to do the puja of your feet. So it's a known thing in our scriptures that more than devatas, it is the human being, the human form, which can achieve the success of going all the way to the Bindu, being a great devotee. But devatas are always running behind the pleasures and comfort and thus it is very difficult, asulabha. This is one thing. We can see it in the human being also. When we go to the temple, especially in India, the temple roads are fully busy with so many shops which attract the minds of people. They know that there will be big queue in the temple, and they know that they have come there to go and darshan of the deity. But the shops are so interesting that they stop there itself, in the road itself, and someone has to pull them. And it so happened that I would like to give another example. When we were all going to the temple in India, one of the participants, he stood in front of the huge murti of the Bhairava, because just the priest had done some puja and he had gone in. And he spent so much of time in front of this Vigraha, so much of devotion. And we were all wondering, how come he's showing so much of devotion to the Bhairava, who is the gatekeeper, and he's not coming in after a long time. There were too many people. So we were all struggling to go into the Garbhagudi of that main deity. But we saw that this person is doing namaskar outside itself and he's going off without even coming inside to see the main deity of the big, huge temple. Because the door was small and there were too many people, and he didn't expect that that would be the main deity. So in spite of me calling him, he went away and he was waiting outside. And when we went later, even though we were calling him, he didn't come in because he couldn't hear or something. And then he asked us, how come you're not coming so late? I have been waiting for you. When we said, you missed out the main deity, but you are standing in front of that gate for Bhairava. No doubt you should show respect to him. But how could you miss out the main deity? See how easy it is to miss out or to get distracted. And he couldn't see that because we were under the time pressure. He had to run away to some other place. So in this way also, it is a instruction. Have the goal clear that I want to go to the Hindu, the very source of all the Shaktis which are around in the Bhupura, other triangles or other Avaranas. The goal should be towards reaching the Bindu, where Shiva Shakti are. If that is lost, this is what happens. Even to a sadhaka, when he runs behind the cities, he will be kept only at the outer level of happiness, which will become useless after some time. It is not a way of going in the spiritual path. So one has to have the goal of reaching the utmost point, which is the very source of all and everything. Puraraterantaha puramasi. See, another fun. There is another thing which we have to observe here. Pura Rateranta. One, it is Shiva who has destroyed all the Puras. That means all the boundaries he has broken away. That means he is beyond all the being in the innermost chamber. Tatah, hence, Tvacharana yoho, your feet, Saparya Maryada, the privilege of worshipping. Tarala Karananam, for the fickle-minded ones, one who are not steady in the sensory faculties and the mind. Asulabha is not easy, it is not attainable. Tata hyete, even then, in spite of it, Nitaha, attaining Shatamakha Mukaha, the chief of gods like Indra, who has performed 100 Ashwamedha Yaga. Ashwamedha Yaga is supposed to be the most difficult one. So even performing it once is a very great deal. But Indra has performed it 100 times. So he's called Shatamakha Mukha. Siddhi Matulam, and one who has conquered the unparalleled supernatural powers. Tava, your, Dwaropantastitibihi, who are kept at gates by gatekeepers. Who are they? Animadyabhiramaraha. The deities like Anima, Mahima, Garima, all the siddhis, and other deities who are very good in giving the small gifts as their grace, so that the beings are kept under their control. So these are all the psychic powers. If you see in Khadgamala Stotra, it describes very clearly how in the Bhupura, the outermost Avarana, all these siddhis and other gods are stationed. And they are the ones who are protecting the gates to enter the innermost chamber as that Bindu. So here what it says is the summary. O Devi, you are residing in the innermost chamber of Tripurantaka, Shiva, because of which the beings who are fickle-minded are the ones who have not good control over their sensory organs and also the mind. They can never do the puja, worship your feet. So this we can understand in different layers. Firstly, even the great devatas like Indra, who have so many achievements in their home, they have unparalleled success in having so many siddhis. In spite of it, because they run behind the pleasures and comfort, their mind is going here and there and here and there. And even though one mind says, I want to go and worship Devi, Shiva, in their innermost chamber, they are not successful in it. Asulabha. Why? Because as the gatekeepers, there are siddhis and other deities who are engaging these fickle-minded beings, and they are attracted by these devatas, and the exchange is happening between them, and they are totally engaged in the gates itself. So it is not even going to their mind that they are losing out the main goal of entering the innermost chamber and pray. When we see the Sri Chakra, even there, we can see that in Bhupura, the outermost square, all these siddhis are kept there. Even Mahalakshmi is also kept there because they will be giving all the vara, the boons, satisfying the desires of the beings with little effort. So they make sure that they are engaging them, making them happy, and thus they are kept there itself. So they are not even going avarana after avarana after avarana to the innermost chamber, which is Bindu. And here we should also understand Bindu is the innermost chamber of who? Tripurantaka. He has already destroyed all the Triputis. Triputa means the bunch of trees. Three avastha, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Trikala, present, past and future, three gunas. He is beyond all these things, beyond any boundaries. But here, beautifully Shankaracharya is telling, Purarate Antahapuramasi, Antahapura. So what type of Antahapura it is? It is Chidakasha. Both Shiva and Shakti are engaged with one another in Chidakasha, which is the innermost chamber where people, the beings who are engaged, veiled with the illusion, can never break through and go into the Chidakasha. So even though Chidakasha is limitless, that Chidakasha is holding the whole universe in it. The Chidakasha. Such vast, expansive, limitless Chidakasha is his innermost chamber. See the pan, see the pan. Where are we and where is Shiva and Shakti? That limitless Chidakasha, which has the whole universe in it, is their innermost chamber. That is Bindu in Sri Chakra. So, if a sadhaka is involved in asking the favors of little things or siddhis, the mind will not go towards reaching the bindu, reaching the innermost chamber. So it is an instruction for the sadhaka to not get deterred by the siddhis which are there. The goal should be to reach the bindu, the innermost chamber, because I want to become one with the feet of Devi. Nimajjanmajjevah. So I want to become one with her feet. That should be the goal. When that is the goal, naturally I have to break through all these avaranas and get into the center bindu. So when I am walking through, naturally, as the secondary gift, I will be getting all these things. It will be coming to me on its own. It is like telling, cajoling the children to go to school. If you cajole them to say, you can study up to PhD, you can become such a great person like your father or like your mother. So that means his goal will be that, and he will be enjoying the uniform, the tiffin box, the shoes, everything. But if the parent cajoles the child to say, go to school, I will give you the uniform, I will give you new shoes, his mind will stop at that. Once he gets all these things, his mind will be satisfied with that and he will be living with that. And going all the way to PhD will never occur to the mind. In the same way, if the sadhaka is having, I want nothing but Devi, Shiva Shakti, if that is the goal, all these things will come to him, behind him, follow him, because he's going all the way up, gathering all these things behind him. But he should not turn around and get deterred by those siddhis. This is the very strong advice and instruction which we are getting from Shankaracharya in doing the sadhana of Devi worship, Sri Vidya worship. Pura raterantah puramasi tvat charanayogo sakarya maryada taralakarana nama sulabha. It's not possible for a person whose mind is going towards the pleasures and comfort of the worldly thing. That is the second circle. If the mind is fixed within the second circle, he can never dream about going beyond the second circle to the third, which is realization of Parabrahman, which is Shiva Shakti. So mandala for this is Tripuramba in innermost chamber. Phala, healing of wounds, cures nervous debility, neurological problems, relief from debts, and one gets the poetic talent. कलत्रं वैधात्रं
कलत्रं वैधात्रं
कति कति भजन्ते न कवयः
कति कति भजन्ते न कवयः
श्रियो देव्याः को वान
श्रियो देव्याः को वान
भवति पतिकैरपि धनैः
भवति पथिकैरपि धनैः
महादेवं हित्वा
महादेवं हित्वा
तव सती नाम चरमे
तव सति सती नाम चरमे
कुटाभ्यामासङ्गत् कुरवक
कुचाभ्यामासङ्गः कुरवक
करोरप्यसुलभः
करोरप्यसुलभः
कलत्रं वैधात्रं कति कति भजन्ते न कवयः श्रियो देव्याः कोवान भवति पथिकैरपि धनैः महादेवं हित्वा तव सति सती नाम चरमे कुचाभ्यामासङ्गः कुरवक तरोरप्यसुलभः कलत्रं वैधात्रं the concert of Brahma, that is Saraswati. Kati Kati, how many? Bhajante Kavayah, poets have not quoted and attained. Shriyo Devyah of Lakshmi, Kuvana Bhavati Patihi, who have not attained the state of Pati, the Lord. Kairapi Dhanaihi, with little or some wealth. Mahadevam Hitva, other than Mahadeva or Shiva, Tava Sati, O Sati, your Satinam Acharame, the foremost among chaste women, Kuchabhyam Asangah, the embracing tightly, Kuravaka Tarorapi, even by Kuravaka tree, that is Mehendi tree. We call it Mehendi or Goranti. Asulabaha is not possible. So again here, Shankaracharya is telling, making it very clear. O Sati, the foremost among all chaste women, Sati Nama Charame. Tell me, how many poets have not courted Saraswati and become her Lord? Many, plenty. Tell me, how many with little money or little wealth or no wealth have become the Lord of Lakshmi? Many. However, being embraced by you is not possible except Shiva, even to Kuravaka tree. So you are solely in connection with Shiva. So this tells about Shiva Shakti who are in the Sahasrara and beyond. That is what the sadhaka is experiencing here. Shakti, that is Sati. Sat is purity, just the existence, the truth, Sat. That applies to Parabrahman. So that Brahma Shakti who has incarnated is Sati. That Brahma Shakti is Sati. Because she is such a great Pativrate, she just left the body, which caused distress to Shiva and to her own self. She was not able to bear it. So she gave up. After that, Daksha insulted her during the Daksha Yajna. So from that day onwards, Sati is the synonym for a wife, Dhara or Patni as Sati. Acharame Satinam. So among all the noble women, the wives, you are Acharame. Means you are the foremost, you are the first lady, you are the greatest. Charama is the last. You would have heard Charama Gita. The last song which is sung is Charama Gita. Acharama is the opposite of that, which is first. So Sati, tell me, how many have not become the poets just by quoting with the intelligence and the creative power to attract Saraswati towards them, and they have become the Vallabha. Saraswati Putra, Saraswati Vallabha. They give the titles also. In the same way, how many have not become Shripati, Dhanapati, even though they have very little money? They are called Shripati, Dhanapati. Shripati is the husband of Lakshmi. How many have not become that? Plenty. But you are solely for Shiva, who is pure consciousness. Pure consciousness. Here, Kuravaka is that Mehendi tree which blossoms. It is like Dohada. Dohada is in humans also we see it. The pregnant women get that Dohada, the morning sickness. In the same way, the trees also go through the Dohada, because of which to blossom they need a kick or embrace or singing or laughing or talking to them or dancing around them, the trees. So for this Kuravaka tree, it needs the hug, it needs the embrace. But this Shakti is not available even for that Kuravaka. That means they have gone beyond the hold of this world. That is where they are. So, Kalatram Vaidhatram Kati Kati Bhajantena Kavayaha Shriyo Devyaha Kova Na Bhavati Pati Kairapi Dhanaihi Mahadevam Hitva, other than Mahadeva, Tava Sati Sati Nama Charame Kuchabhyam Asangah Kuravaka Tarorapya Sulabha. It's not possible. So, what can we understand by this is, yes, Lakshmi, Saraswati, they're all giving us the boons, the vara. But it will help them, it will help the sadhaka, the devotees, to lead a very good life in this world. And they're only providing the boons as the stepping stone for them to go beyond. So again, it is another instruction where it is like Palastuti. In all other Sahasranama or any other stutis, they give the phala at the end. If you read it once, it will happen like this. If you do it twice, it will happen like this. These are all the things which can come as phala if you do this stuti. Here in Saundarya Lahari, the beauty is Shankaracharya is giving the phala as part and parcel of Saundarya Lahari. It is stuti, it is in prayer, it is in praise of Devi. But at the same time, it is indicating what the phala is. So in this, we can see that unless you become Shiva, there is no way you are hugged by Shakti, Mahatripura Sundari. So for that, one has to have the boon of Saraswati, Lakshmi, no doubt. You have to have that. You will be given only when you have this as the goal. They will also start giving you. When the invitation is given to the head of the family, naturally he will bring, the Tata will bring his wife and his children and his grandchildren, everyone to the party or to the marriage. So they give the invitation to the eldest of the family. In the same way, if sadhaka is keeping the goal as becoming one with Shiva Shakti, naturally all the things will be given to the sadhaka as part of he reaching that point. So, mandala for this is unattainable Shakti above Sahasrara. Phala, the strong physical health and the mental power. No doubt, dharma, artha, kama are taken care, will be taken care by Saraswati, Lakshmi, but for moksha, it is that Shakti whose grace is very much needed. So for that, we have to have the goal of reaching her, nothing less. Girama Devi,
Mahurdevi,
Druhina Gruhini Magamavido,
Ruhina Grihini Magamavido,
Hare Patnim Padmam,
Hare Patnim Padmam,
Hara Sahajari Madritanayam,
Hara Sahachari Madritanayam,
Turiya Kapitvam,
Turiya Kapitvam,
Duradhigamaniseema Mahima,
Higamanissima Mahima,
Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi,
Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi,
Parabrahma Mahishi,
Parabrahma Mahishi,
Giramahur Devi, Druhina Gruhini Magamavido, Hare Patnim Padmam, Hara Sahajari Madritanayam, Turiya Kapitvam, Duradhigamaniseema Mahima, Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi, Parabrahma Mahishi. This is another gem which Shankaracharya is compassionately giving on all of us. Gira Ahu Devi. Call you, say, address you as the goddess of learning, that is Saraswati. Gruhina, Grihini, as wife of Brahma. Who call her like that? Agama Vidoho, learned scholars of Vedas. Hare Patnim Padmam. They also address you as the wife of Vishnu, that is Lakshmi. Hara Sahacharim. They also address you as wife of Shiva. Adritanayam, as daughter of mountain, Parvati. Turiya Kapitvam. However, you are the fourth stage of consciousness, indefinable fourth state, Turiya, the power, the existence. Duradhigama, you are beyond anyone's comprehension. Nissima Mahima, having inscrutable, limitless glory. Mahamaya, the greatest magician in creating illusion, which is most complex, subtlest, and sticky in nature. Understood? I will tell it again. You are the greatest magician in creating the illusion, Maya. How is it? Which is most complex. It is complex. And it is very, very subtle. Very subtle. Not only that, it is sticky in nature. That is the nature of Maya. Maya is illusion. Vishwam Brahmayasi. You cause perplexity in the universe and who spins the wheel of universe. Parabrahma Mahishi, O Parabrahma, who is the chief queen. So here again, Shankaracharya is telling, O Devi, Adi Parashakti, Lalita Mahatripura Sundari, you are beyond any comprehension. You are beyond. But Agama Vido, the ones who are knowledgeable in Vedas, which give out the secret of truth, they also put you under the box. They are limiting you as Saraswati, the wife of Brahma, Lakshmi as wife of Vishnu, as Parvati, wife of Shiva. But you are Parabrahma. You are that supreme. And not only that, you are Mahishi, the chief queen. So he is wondering how and why. At the same time, he is giving us the Phalastuti as well. Here, we can understand Devi is actually Agama Vido. Here, it is mainly connected with Karma Kanda Jnanis, who are mainly oriented towards achieving the Swarga, not going to Naraka. So they are very much working within the second circle. So they are bringing that Parabrahma as Saguna Brahma and praying that Brahma, Parabrahma as Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati. But in reality, she is that Parabrahma who is present in all these three, because they are the Amsha of Devi. So, these Lakshmi or Saraswati or Parvati being the Amsha of Parashakti, no doubt Parashakti is there in them. But she is not just that. She is that, all the three, plus something else as the fourth one, which is Turiya. Turiya Kapitvam Duradighama Nisima Mahima. So she is Parabrahma Mahishi. Let us take into consideration what that Parabrahma Mahishi. The minute we say Parabrahma, in the second middle circle, which is Vishwa, the manifested universe, we try to put them in the box like Nirguna Brahma and Saguna Brahma. Even that is becoming limiting, isn't it? The minute I say it is Nirguna Brahma, it is Sadguna Brahma, I am giving the adjectives with the word, with the concept, with the thought. But Parabrahma is even beyond Saguna and Nirguna Brahma. That is what you are. Parabrahma. Mahishi, many people translate it as or understand it as Parabrahma Mahishi. You are the queenly wife of that Parabrahma. If we take it like that, then that Parabrahma or Shiva would become Mahisha. Mahisha in Sanskrit means buffalo, yerme. So, it is not in that sense. She is Parabrahma. Mahishi is the chief queen. Just her presence is enough. All the deeds are done. If she is sitting like the Mahishi, like the chief queen, just her presence is taking care of all the actions, all the deeds. So it is like president or matadhipati, they just be there. The minute we hear the prime minister is coming to the city, within 24 hours, the whole city is cleaned and decorated. It is prepared. But Prime Minister didn't say even a word, just the sentence, he is coming. In the same way, just the presence of that. If someone falls, automatically we bend to pick up that person. Or if a child falls, suddenly as reflex action, we bend down to help. How is it happening? Because that Parabrahma Mahishi is present in these hands and in the mind and the sense organ which is seeing that person falling. The presence of the Parabrahma Mahishi is making that reflex action flow through me to pick up the person. Got it? In the same way, if someone brings a bunch of flowers in front of some of us who are sitting, the minute it comes in front of me, automatically my eyes will become bright with smile. Why? It is reflex action. Because that Parabrahma Mahishi is there, who is enjoying the beauty of the flowers. So, no instruction is given. She is not talking. That Mahishi is just there. Her presence is making the things happen in the world. So, we can understand in all the reflex actions which is coming from the bottom of the heart, which is expressing through the body, is happening because of the presence of that Mahishi. But will she stop at this by giving us the knowledge that all reflex actions are happening because of the presence of Parabrahma Mahishi? No, she goes further because she is the most mischievous, magical, very intricate, great magician. What does she do? She is Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi. So let us take the word Mahamaya. What is that? Maha here is mega. No one can be better magician than that Shakti. The way she is making that illusion work. Maya, Ma. One meaning is to measure. Another meaning is leading towards the ideal of illusionary appearance. Maya. So it is that which is leading towards illusionary appearance of that Parabrahma, as though it is limited, as though it is measured. Maya. So what is happening is the whole universe is existing and basing on this illusion created by Mahamaya. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Yoga Maya. By my Yoga Maya, he says. In the same way, this Mahamaya creates the illusion. And in that illusion, she is making the whole world become Brahmana. Brahmana means it spins. Physically also, she is making the whole universe on the move. So it's called Jagat. 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 Every second she makes it move. Physically also. Another meaning is Brahmana is delusion. That through creating the Mahamaya, she is making the whole universe get into that delusion, especially the Jivatmas. It is not there, but it appears to be there. That is Maya. So, not only that, by creating this illusion and making us deluded, she draws the mind, captivates all the beings to love this physical world, and they want to be in the world, they are stuck in the world. It is because it's sticky. They get stuck, they get consumed in this world. Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi. In three ways. Physically, she is rotating. Secondly, she is creating the delusion that it is real, it is real. How? by making us being captivated by that illusion. So we become one with it, and thus we are stuck in it. Mahamaya Vishwam Brahmayasi. How is she achieving all these things? She is keeping up her state of existence as Sat Chit Ananda, Satchidananda Rupini. Narayani Nadarupa, Namarupa Vivarjita. She is keeping her state of existence as pure Nada. She is not getting involved in Nama and Rupa. So, people should understand there is difference between Maya and Avidya. They are not one and the same. Maya is the power of illusion. The power of illusion is Maya. So, that is putting the net on the all jivas, which is because of the illusion power, they are victimized as ignorance. They are drowned in avidya, which is ignorance. So Maya is Mahamaya, who is putting the jivatmas in avidya, so that they are thinking and believing and getting stuck to this illusionary world. So in that way, she is making the whole universe. Vishwam Brahmayasi, who is she? Parabrahma Mahishi. Just her presence is all needed. She need not do anything. Just she has to be there. Shiva, the pure consciousness, plus Shakti, the pure energy. When both are combined together, the awareness of these two is what needed to come out of this avidya. So, what is the phala here? One should not get stuck in thinking of Mahashakti is, Parashakti is Saraswati or Lakshmi or Parvati. But they are all amshas, they are all helping us to go up the ladder to reach out to that Parabrahma who is there as Mahishi, the chief queen. And the phala is, once we have that goal, all these three devatas will automatically give their blessings and say, yes, go further, go further, go further. So it is such a powerful mantra. If we can live with it, nothing like it. Mandala, inconceivable, limitless power of Devi. Phala, it gives immense beauty, acquiring siddhis, clarity in spiritual perception, and makes way for spiritual upliftment. No doubt, Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevita. When Rama and Vani Both of them are on either side serving that Parashakti. You can well imagine what should be the goal, how to go, what about the final stage. She is Muktida as well, Devi. So probably I will talk about it in the next class. What is the role of Shakti in bestowing moksha, and in what way Shiva is having her as the accomplice, because it's already time up. So let us finish at this today. I will talk about it next class. Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti Om. 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 Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti, Shiva Shakti Om.